All right, so I am making a video specifically dedicated to Amin Thompson because holy crap, this kid is going to be really, really good. What's funny is my comments are currently filled with people who are mad at me as Rockets fans because I suggested they trade Jalen Green for Zach LaVine, which is a take, by the way, that I'll stand by. I think that would make them not only championship contenders, but championship favorites this season. Look, I get it's potentially mortgaging the future to a certain extent, but I'll stand by the fact, call me stupid if you want. I think Jalen Green's inefficiency is going to hurt this team in the playoffs. Having a guy like LaVine who plays very similarly to Green, yes, he's a lot older. Yes, the contract is worse. He's way more efficient. He's a much better playmaker. He's far more ready for that type of a role in the playoffs. And the Rockets need somebody like him. But that's beside the point, and that's not the point of this video. I want to talk about Amin Thompson and how amazing he has been as a player this season. 33 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, only 1 turnover tonight in a game, and he had a game winner against the Celtics. I mean, I'm literally just going to sit here and we're going to watch and talk about a 2-minute video of his performance tonight because he was so impressive in so many different ways, and I want to break that down. But first and foremost, I just want to talk about how he is quickly turning into one of the most probably not underrated for long, but underrated players in the NBA. He's not going to be underrated for long playing like this. People are going to start to talk more and more about this kid, and they have been for a while, and understandably so, but he is really starting to play at a different level recently since he has gone into the starting lineup. I just, first of all, don't think there's any argument to be made that Jabari Smith regains his spot in the starting lineup. Like, how could he? You have Şengün, you have Fred VanVleet, you have Dillon Brooks, you have Jalen Green, you have Amin Thompson. If that's your 5, who are you taking out of that 5-man lineup for Jabari Smith? It's not Jalen Green, because you're not going to take, he's 22, he's your young star, you're not taking him out the lineup. It's not Dillon Brooks, because you want the perimeter defense, you want the shooting. Plus, Amin Thompson probably fits best as like a point forward, basically, which is kind of the role he's playing. Like, is he the small forward, power forward in some ways in this team? Kind of, but he's also kind of the point guard at times and certain things like that. And I think the versatility that he has as almost a positionless player in this lineup right now is super valuable, and they can bring Jabari Smith off the bench and have him play small ball 5. He's been really effective in that role in the past, and I think him and Şengün actually don't mesh super well together when both those guys are on the court. And I think there might be more flexibility for Jabari Smith to have a better performance if he and Şengün are staggered for a lot more of their minutes. Now, that's not to say that Jabari Smith can't play 25-30 minutes a game still, but I think you can do it in a way where it's much more staggered from Şengün. He can be that backup center, and I just don't know how you take minutes away from Amin Thompson. I mean, this is a guy who needs to be playing 35 minutes a night every single night. Now, he played 42 tonight. That's not generally going to happen, but his numbers recently have truly been incredible. I mean, he's playing great basketball. For the season, he's 13, 8, and almost 3 assists a game, but recently, since he started starting, the game log is pretty impressive. I mean, look at these last 5 games. He goes for 16 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals, yes, 5 turnovers, but 16 points as well, 23 points, 14 rebounds, 10 assists. Impressive triple-double right there. 17, 6, and 5, 20, 10, and 5, 11, and 9, 4 steals, 2 steals, 3 steals, 4 steals. I mean, like, the dude is just making a heck of an impact on both ends of the court, and he's doing it efficiently. Besides this 46%, you're looking at 50%, 67%, 50%, 61%. Tonight, again, very efficient, 13 and 19, made a 3 as well. Now, the shooting is the flaw. And if you're looking for something to criticize about Amin Thompson, that is the thing. He shot the ball poorly as a rookie, and I mean poorly, horribly. About 1-3 a game in 62 games, and he shot 14%. Atrocious. But this season, still atrocious, a little bit less atrocious. 24%. Awful, yes, and low volume. But if that can become close to like 32, 33, 34%, remember the kid's 22 years old. There's plenty of time for growth as a shooter. And with the skill set that he has as an incredible ball handler, downhill scorer, efficient finisher around the rim, and he's 61% around the rim, and the degree of difficulty on a lot of the shots he shoots there are really impressive. Now, he's also only a 70% three-point shooter, 69%. Like, I'm not certain he'll ever even be a league average shooter, but if he's over 30% from 3, the amount of impact that he has on the defensive end of the court and on the offensive end of the court as truly a do everything besides shoot type player is going to more than make him a star. I mean, he's going to be a legitimate superstar. This dude in his per 36 numbers this season has been insane. These per 36, where are the per 36s? Per 36 right here. You're looking at a dude who's averaging 16 points, almost 10 rebounds, and 3.5 assists a game. Now, the assist turnover ratio could be better, but for the season, these are not insane numbers on paper, but the way that he's doing it and the way that he's doing recently, especially, is insane for a guy who, again, is in his second season in the league and has a ton of room for growth and a ton of room for development, and does seem to at least be making efforts to improve as a shooter as well. And I want to sit here and I want to go through and look at these highlights from tonight, because they are truly incredible. So we're going to full screen this over here and go in here and look at these highlights, because they are that good and they deserve to be watched. I just want to talk about the amazing things he's done. Number one, the guy, I'm gonna make it smaller because it's too blurry, but the guy is a freak athlete first and foremost. Look at the vertical here. I know Peyton Pritchard's not tall. Vertical off of it, and then off of 2 standing dunks it off 2 feet, just goes right back up. Doesn't have to take a step, doesn't have to take a dribble, anything like that. Does a ton, and then it's downhill off the dribble, get to the rim, avoid the defender, finish with the left hand. That is not easy to do. The stuff that he does off the dribble on a 99 basis, especially recently, has been so impressive. And the most interesting thing is defenders are going under screens against him, and he just gets to the rim at will and plays like that. He's a real playmaker. He got drafted out of the G League Ignite, not G League Ignite, I'm sorry, out of OTE Elite as a point guard. There are real point guard skills in his skill set. Now, I get the numbers don't quite reflect that yet, but the skill set is absolutely there to become a really, really high level playmaker as well. And you just can't argue with the efficiency at the rim. Right here, you see a confident stroke. He has to shoot that shot. If teams are going to leave him, which they are, the efficiency has been poor, he has to be willing to shoot that shot with confidence. And if he starts to knock it down at a 30+% clip, the sky is the limit for him as a player. He's still finding himself offensively in a lot of ways. But again, look, it's a way go under the screen and a switch. KP switches, Jason Tatum picks up. There's help defense coming from out the corner as well with Luke Cornett. Nothing. Just get to the rim and finish through contact, physical. Teams are going under screens against him, and it's still, what are you going to do? And then if you have, for example, a Luke Cornett matched up against him, because he's a non-shooter, so in theory you have your center guard the non-shooter so that they can help off, incorporate him in the screen, and he's a useful screener. He catches the ball here and he's able to make these decisions, and he has the touch to finish inside. Again, he's shooting 61% from inside the arc. He's such a mismatch if you try to put a center on him and take advantage of his lack of shooting, because he's so confident off the dribble and so aggressive and so efficient around the rim. His ability to create around the rim and finish around the rim is rare for somebody his age. And you combine that with freak athletic ability and real playmaking, and it's like, it's a skill set offensively that is pretty rare in the NBA. And you combine that with being one of the better defensive players in basketball, and it's just like, what do you do at that point? Because again, the touch around the rim is insane, and it does give me hope. The touch being as good as it is around the rim gives me real hope, which, by the way, game winner right here. Jaylen Brown. As he catches the ball here, that jab step, Jaylen Brown gets a little out of position. He's already out of position. He's got a blow by. But look at the physicality and speed of that move. He just like stops on the dime, kind of pushes off just barely, not really an illegal push off, but just creates space from Jaylen Brown. This is the easiest shot in the world for the game right here. That's the easiest shot in the world. And 0.7 seconds left, he wins the game. That's an elite level, all defensive caliber player, Jaylen Brown, that Amen Thompson just made look silly for game. In Boston, 33 points, career high. How can you not say this dude has star potential? I get that the numbers as of right now on the surface aren't unbelievably impressive, but this kid is going to be something special, and there are very few players in basketball that have the skill set that Amen Thompson has right now. And so I wanted to make a video breaking it down and talking about how impressive he has been. And yes, if you're a Rockets fan, you're mad at me because you don't like my Zach LaVine trade package. That's okay. I'm not disrespecting your team. I'm certainly not trying to get y'all to make stupid trades by any means. Not that I have any influence at all. It's a trade that I think would help y'all win a title this year. And I think Amen Thompson, him finding his role at this high of a level, is the type of thing that makes this team ceiling even higher. And they're going to be good for a long time. And Amen Thompson is going to be great for a long time. I'm excited to watch this kid play ball for years and years, because he's a rare talent. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. Be back with more NBA content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.